this is spiritual hypnosis with Didgeridoo, and I'm just going to take some time to explain kind of what that means. Basically, the goal here is to use hypnosis as a spiritual modality similar to meditation and other spiritual modalities to kind of just elevate us to a little bit higher level spiritually. So I do kind of want to talk about what hypnosis is, because it tends to be misrepresented a lot in movies and television. So it's basically what it is a process that enhances the connection and communication between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. And that's really similar to the goal of most spiritual modalities, like mindfulness meditation. I believe that's the goal of mindfulness meditation as well. Except with mindfulness meditation, you're basically expanding your conscious awareness to include anything going on in your unconscious. Whereas with hypnosis, we're kind of trying to quiet down your conscious mind to let your unconscious start to emerge a little bit. Every spiritual modality has its pros and cons. For hypnosis, one of the good things is that you can really go to a very deep level, even if you've never done it before or done anything like this before. Meditation usually requires a lot of discipline and practice, but hypnosis, you can kind of just follow along what I'm saying and you can go really deeply in. And people who I've talked to who are also very experienced in meditation said that they actually can go deeper in hypnosis because they don't have to guide themselves. They can just kind of like let go and follow what I'm saying. It's completely natural. It's completely safe. There's no drugs involved or gadgets involved, so it's totally natural. It may feel like a daydream or a very vivid daydream. It might feel like a lucid dream. Now, you'll be awake the whole time. You'll be able to hear my voice the entire time. And you'll be able to remain seated without any problem. For some people, you might not feel a whole lot at first, especially if this is your first time being hypnotized. But that's fine, actually, because there have been studies that have shown that you get the benefits from hypnosis whether you feel hypnotized or not. What you think hypnosis is supposed to feel like might not match what you're actually feeling, but you still get the benefits from it. And then the reason why I say that is because if you don't feel anything at first, you don't really want to worry about it. You don't really want your conscious mind popping up and saying things like, "I'm not sure if this is working for me. I'm not sure if I'm getting anything from this," because that will re-engage your conscious mind and could pop you out of it. Now, if you do pop out of it, that's not necessarily a big deal either. You might find at a certain point, you momentarily pop out of it, maybe your eyes open. That's fine, because hypnosis is really a very forgiving state. All you have to do is just kind of close your eyes, just kind of like follow my voice, and you'll just slip right back into it, and probably even deeper than before. Now, random thoughts will probably come up. They'll probably come and go. It's just like meditation. You let the thought come and let the thought go. Just don't try to hold on to it. Now, hypnosis only works consensually. It's a completely consensual, voluntary state. If you don't want to be hypnotized, you won't be hypnotized. It has nothing to do with if you have a strong will or a weak will or anything like that. If you don't want it, it won't happen. It's something that you really have to agree within yourself to want to happen. Visualization is not necessary. And I say that because, a lot of the things that I'm going to be talking about, I might be describing things in a visual way. If you can't picture it, what I'm saying, that's fine. You can just imagine it in some other way. It's because some people have an easier time creating pictures in their minds than others. If I ask you to picture a red card in your mind, probably most of you can picture a red car with no problem. But if you can't, you can still imagine driving the car or hearing the engine roaring. So you can still imagine different modalities. You might be able to even imagine the new car smell, possibly. So even if you can't picture what I'm saying, you can still imagine what I'm saying. The reason why we're combining this with the didgeridoo is because the didgeridoo is a very ancient and very spiritual instrument, part of the Aborigines' spirituality of Australia. It's really connected to their dream time, their spirituality, their connection to nature. And it really kind of connects with the vibrations of our own body to take us into a trance by itself. So it really supports hypnosis, which kind of takes you into trance through your mind. This takes you into trance through your body. So I want to do a quick, a fairly short demonstration before we begin the main session, because this will give you a sense of what hypnosis is and how it works. And it'll also give you something this is like a really simple self-hypnosis exercise that you can do like on your own if you just kind of want to like ground yourself or collect your energy. So just put your hands out in front of you like you're holding a volleyball, and just notice the feelings on the palms of your hand. And notice the feelings between your hands. Notice the energy between the palms of your hands. And notice how if you kind of bring your hands closer together, that energy starts to compress. You feel a bit more pressure from it. And if you bring your hands farther apart, the energy starts to release a bit. It's not so compressed. And if you just kind of like bring your hands back and forth, you can really get a sense of where that energy starts to compress. And what you might notice is that there's a certain color there. There might also be a certain sound or tone to it. There might be a certain texture to the way that it plays over the palms of your hands, a certain shape to it. And the more of those characteristics that you can pick up of that energy, the stronger it's going to become as you hold it there. And now you can either just put it up into the air, or you can bring it into your chest, however you want to do it. It'll all come back eventually. But that was hypnosis. And it can be really that simple, because what we did was we brought our conscious attention to an unconscious process, which is the energy in our body. And that's really what you need. I mean, there's no pocket watch swinging or you're getting sleepy or anything like that. It's just bringing your conscious attention to those unconscious processes, and that creates that connection. So that's an easy thing you can always do whenever you feel like it, if you have a few moments in the morning or something. Okay, so we're going to begin the main event. But just to recap, everything about hypnosis is totally safe and natural. Just let go of expectations, what you think it might feel like. Don't worry about whether you're hypnotized or not. Just let yourself feel whatever arises. Let's leave that just
slightly open in case they make it.
Because I think they're on their way.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so again, just make sure your cell phones are muted or off, and then you can begin. Okay, so first, just allow yourself to get comfortable in your chair, and I'd like you to just look at the wall here and just allow your eyes focus to go maybe just a few feet beyond the wall. And imagine you can look past the wall at this very comforting, relaxing scene. Just a safe, happy place all your own. That can be whatever that is for you. It might be a garden, or a beach, or a forest in the mountains. But whatever for you is just somewhere where you can be completely at peace, safe, and happy. And just keep focusing on that. And in a moment, I'm going to begin to count down from 20 to 1. And with each number, you'll close your eyes. And then in the pause between numbers, you'll briefly open your eyes. And you don't really have to remember that. I'm going to give you instructions throughout. But that's what's going to happen. And I actually do want to give everybody one of these little glass crystal spheres. And just keep focusing beyond the wall. And 20, close your eyes and just let your eyelids and your eyes relax. All those little muscles around your eyes and eyelids, just let them relax. Take a break. Those little muscles around your eyelids. And open. And 19, close. Letting the relaxation spread all over your face. Let the muscles of your cheek go slack. Let the muscles of your jaw slack. Just a really loose jaw. A loose jaw can relax your entire body. Still focusing in that beautiful, safe place beyond the wall. And open. And 18, close your eyes. Let that relaxation spread down your neck, down your shoulders, down your arms, your hands and fingers. Every word I say, just relaxing you, just taking you to this nice, gentle place of relaxation. And open, and 17, close your eyes. Still focusing on that really wonderful, safe place beyond the wall. As that relaxation spreads down your chest, down your belly, feel the muscles starting to let go, tensions leaving your muscles. And open, and 16, close your eyes, deeper and deeper down into relaxation. Deeper into relaxation with every breath you take. And let that relaxation spread down your thighs, your hips and thighs, down your legs to your calves, and feet and toe, your whole body just bathing in this relaxation. And open, and 15, close your eyes again. Focusing again on that safe, happy space all of you know. And just let your whole body now release into relaxation. Just letting go of any tension, any cares or worries. And open, and 14, close, deeper and deeper down. Just relaxing deeper and deeper down. And you can just feel things starting to let go, things starting to release. You might feel little muscle spasms here and there, and that's fine. That's just your body releasing tension. And just drift along and open, and 13, close your eyes. You might find that your eyes don't even want to open anymore, and that's totally fine. If your eyelids get so relaxed they just won't work, that's totally fine. And just drifting along, and if you can, try to open, and 12, close, deeper and deeper down, just drifting along. Very gently, you might even imagine yourself drifting in this gentle stream of relaxation. Nowhere else to go, nothing else to do, just this time right here. You just let it all go. Just to drift down deeper and deeper down. And open, and 10, close. Just relaxing deeper sinking through the still waters of a deep pond, just drifting down deeper and deeper, deeper into relaxation, deeper into peace and calm. And open and 9, close, deeper and deeper down, just still focusing on that safe, happy place beyond the wall. You might just allow yourself to notice the details of that happy place. How does it feel? How does it look? What are the sounds there? Is it warm or is it cool? And the more you notice about that safe, happy place, the more relaxed you become. And open and 8, close, deeper and deeper down. And you might find that some of the things I say don't make rational, logical sense, but I ask you to let go of expecting things to make rational, logical sense so you can really get the most out of this inward journey. And open and 7, closed, just drifting deeper and deeper with every number. Your body fully relaxed, your mind just sinking into this wonderful healing state of relaxation. And open and 6, closed, deeper and deeper down. Just wave after wave of gentle relaxation washing over your body and mind, taking you deeper and deeper into a nice, profound state. And open and 5, close, deeper and deeper down. Finding that your body can explore and uncover new possibilities, new levels of relaxation, of deep healing, of deep grounded power. And 4, deeper and deeper down. Deeper relaxation, deeper into peace and stillness. And open if you can, and 3, close. Just focusing on that safe, happy place. And you might hear my voice coming from different directions at different times as I walk around. And that can just help you go deeper and deeper down, just slipping into a nice, peaceful place, but still focus on that happy place beyond the wall. And open if you can, and 2, close. Just your eyes gently closing, and as they do, just gently going deeper with every time your eyes are closed. And this time, open only your inner eyes, that you can really perceive even better that safe, happy place beyond the wall. And just relaxing all the way down to 1, just letting everything go, following my voice, and letting go of any other care. There's nothing else that needs to your focus except what's going on right here, right now, taking you to deeper and deeper levels of relaxation. And so I ask you now, as you observe that safe, happy place, if you are not already inside that safe, happy place, just allow yourself to move into it in whatever way is easiest for you. You can walk there in your mind, or you can even float inside of it. But just allow yourself to move inside of that safe, happy place. And just take a seat there. There's a nice, comfortable seat right there waiting for you. And just sit in the safe, happy place, surrounded by this harmony, this peace, and this beauty. And you'll notice that there's a small table next to where you're sitting. And on that table is a little teacup full of this special golden tea. Now, this golden tea is a very cleansing tea. And as you look at it, you can see all these tiny little golden bubbles floating around. And when you drink that tea, those golden bubbles will cleanse less than positive thoughts or feelings that you no longer need, that are no longer served. So go ahead and drink the golden tea. It tastes wonderful. And as those golden bubbles just start cleansing away, less than positive thoughts or feelings that are no longer serving you, notice how good it feels as the golden bubbles just cleanse and scrub away. Just things that maybe served you in the past, but are now nothing more than perhaps self-limiting beliefs. It's just stuff you don't really need anymore. And the golden bubbles, it feels so good, and they're very happy to do their job. And they're just going to be scrubbing and cleansing away. They're in the background. You really don't even need to think about them that much. They're just going to be doing their job. And as you sit there just at peace in this deep relaxation, you'll notice that on the far side of this safe, happy place is a door. So just walk over to that door or move over that door in whatever way makes sense to you. And go ahead and open the door. And when you do, you see an earthen tunnel. And standing in front of you is an elderly woman, but she only stands 3 feet tall. And you realize that she is a gnome. She is one of the mystical race of beings that dwells within the earth. And she just wears a simple woolen tunic and headscarf, and her eyes sparkle with joy and life. And she invites you into the tunnel. And the tunnel is actually quite spacious, even though the old gnome woman is quite small. But you can stand in the tunnel without any problem at all. The tunnel is made entirely of just packed earth and dirt. And along the tunnel, you see lamps going as far as you can see. And the old woman asks you to follow her. So you walk through the tunnel, and you have a sense of going downwards, deeper into the earth. And the atmosphere has this really very cozy, very warm feel to it. And it feels very fresh. The air is so fresh, and the air is so thick it feels almost alive. It feels very comfortable as you breathe the air, and you really feel more alive with every breath. And it's really this very nice, comfortable feeling. Very safe, like being wrapped in a thick, warm blanket. And so the old gnome lady, she guides you along the tunnel. And she turns to you and says, "My name is Midgard. And my people have been living here in the earth for much longer than your people have been living above. And we want to share with you what we've learned." And as she talks, the tunnel just takes you deeper and deeper down. And you see up ahead there's a door with a sign over it that says, "Hearth." So when you reach the door, go ahead and open it and walk inside with Midgard, the old gnome woman. And you find here a room with earthen walls, and there are handles on the walls to provide light. And there's a wood fire furnace in the back that keeps the room warm and cozy. And you notice that the smoke from the candles in the furnace is escaping through small holes in the walls that ventilate the room. So the air is very fresh and comforting. And the room really has this very familiar, very lived-in feel. There's a couple of comfortable old chairs and a small table in the corner. And Midgard says, "This is my home, so just make yourself comfortable." And most of the chairs are small, but there is one that's big enough for humans, so you can go sit there. So you sit down, and the chair is extremely comfortable. Perhaps the most comfortable chair you've ever sat in. So you really relax deeply into this chair. You can just feel yourself going to even deeper levels of relaxation as you sit in the chair. And you notice that Midgard returns almost instantaneously with a small pot of of water. And she puts the pot on the table and sits down across from you and takes a bag of dried herbs and drops the herbs in the bowl. And there's this wonderfully soothing aromatic smell that begins to waft up from the pot. And you can just feel yourself being carried away almost by this aroma. Your body really lets go of any remaining tension as you just go deeper and deeper. And she begins to speak again. Close your eyes, says Midgard. Just breathe in this aroma, the herbal infusion, and let yourself drop into your body. Notice how your feet feel. Notice the feeling in your legs. Notice the feelings in your belly. What feelings are you noticing? What do you feel in your chest? What does your heart feel? And notice how that herbal aroma starts to spread this feeling of peace and joy all throughout your body. Notice how you can really physically feel this peace and joy. It's not even just a mental emotion, it's a bodily feeling. You can feel it spreading through your muscles and over your skin. Now, keep your physical eyes closed, but open your inner eyes, says Midgard. And when you do this, you see her sitting there. You see the old gnome lady sitting there across from you. But now when you look around, there's a soft, magical glow that seems to come from all directions. And she begins to speak again. Down here, she says, we make our music and crafts out of the earth and the fruits of the earth. And she pulls out a long instrument, a didgeridoo, and it looks like a long, hollowed-out root. This is the music we meditate to. You may hear it already. As you listen, just allow your eyes to close, your inner eyes and your outer eyes to close all the way. Let yourself go deeper inside. And you'll find that as you listen to these mellow sounds, the peace and joy grows even stronger and more lovely. And as she starts to play, you'll find your body becoming even more cozy and comfortable, even more peaceful and joyful. Midgard stops playing, she begins to speak again. But you can still hear a didgeridoo. There are other gnomes throughout this network of tunnels still playing. And she says, now open only your inner eyes. Again, I want to give you something. And she pulls out a small, sparkling, spherical white crystal out of the bag. This crystal has magical power. It magnifies and increases any positive feelings you have, especially feelings of peace, love, and compassion. And I'll show you how it works. She puts the small, round crystal between her thumb and forefinger. Now, just put one of your hands facing palm up. And in a moment, I'm going to touch the crystal against the palm of your hand. And when you feel the crystal touch your palm, all those cozy, comfortable feelings of peace and joy inside you grow twice as strong. And when I pull the crystal away, the feelings will weaken and you'll feel more neutral. But don't worry, because then when I touch the crystal against your palm again, they're going to be twice as strong as before. So she takes the crystal and slowly brings it to touch against your palm. And all that inner warmth, all that joy and peace you feel becomes twice as strong and twice as deep. It's like you can feel your whole body bathed in this wonderful joy and love. And as you feel the magical crystal in your palm, time stretches out a little bit so that this wonderful, delicate feeling of joy and peace, of inner love, wraps you in a warm embrace. And then she pulls the crystal away, and you just have a neutral feeling now. It's not unpleasant, but just neutral. And now, again, she slowly brings the crystal closer to your hand. And as you watch the crystal move closer to your hand, those feelings of joy and love start to come back. And when the crystal touches your hand, you really can feel those powerful, wonderful emotions flooding back through you twice as strong now. And again, time stretches out longer. Time becomes longer. And those wondrous, lovely feelings of joy and peace bathe your body and mind. In love of the earth, love of the spiritual world, love of your pure, eternal self. And she pulls the crystal away again, and those feelings of peace and joy decrease, and you just feel neutral again. And now, once again, she slowly starts to bring the crystal back to your palm. And this time, the closer it gets, you can feel the joy, the love start to return, but you can really feel that it's getting deeper, more powerful. The crystal gets closer and closer in your hand. And when it touches your skin, your whole being now lights up with this joy and peace and love, to the point where your mind and body are overflowing. Now it feels like time is now going to stretch out to eternity. You might even feel your body beginning to vibrate in synchronicity with the vibrations of the crystal. And she speaks again and says, now that you've experienced the power of the crystal, anytime you take it in your hand and squeeze it, you'll feel that love and that joy and that peace and connection again. And the more you squeeze it, the stronger those feelings will become. And she lets go of the crystal and leaves it in your hand and says, just keep that crystal with you as you continue your journey. Now let us go back into the tunnel and we'll keep walking on. So she opens the door and you both walk out of the room and into the tunnel of packed earth. And this time you walk along the tunnel and up ahead you see another door with a sign above it. And this sign says mystery. And you and the old woman walk until you stop in front of the door. And she says, this time, you'll go on your own. And I'm just going to wait here for you to return. So she opens the door, and you walk through, leaving her there in the tunnel. And now you find you're no longer in the tunnel at all. You're in a vast mountain range. And you see a massive forest surrounding you. And there's a small pond about 10 or 20 feet away from you. It's twilight here in the mountains. And the large red sun is just hanging heavily over the peaks of the mountains. And as you walk around the pond, you come across a small baby deer, a fawn, drinking water from the pond. And the fawn hears you, the fawn notices you and becomes alert. But it doesn't run, it just stands still and looks you in the eyes. And you see those big fawn eyes looking right at you. And you feel you can connect with this small young animal. And as the fawn continues to look in your eyes, it's not afraid of you. And you can just sense how innocent it is, how vulnerable and how trusting it is. And notice, just pay attention, that the longer you look in the fawn's eyes, you feel your connection with the fawn changing and growing deeper. The connection of fondness and affection grows deeper and richer, and there's many subtleties to it. And you find you can really appreciate all these multifaceted feelings of love and warmth as the two of you look at each other. And as you look at the fawn's eyes, you have a sense of yourself in the fawn. This warm, lovable feeling that just wants to connect. And you have a sense of yourself as the fawn. You realize there's not that much difference between you and this young baby deer. Not as much difference as you might have thought at first. You're both warm, sensitive beings that want this connection, that want love and understanding. And remember what Midgard, the old gnome woman, said about the crystal. Just take this small spherical crystal, hold it in the palm of your hand, and slowly start to squeeze the crystal. And as you do, notice how that sense of connection increases. Notice how the warmth increases and the compassion increases. How the joy and the love increase. And you can tell the baby fawn, this innocent, vulnerable animal, is feeling it too. You can feel this innocent fawn's connection. Its connection to you, its affection for you, and its wonder at the richness of the world, the newness of the world. And you can almost see through the eyes of the fawn, see the world from the perspective of this being who hasn't really even been in it that long, and how fresh and alive and magical it all is. And just continue to squeeze the crystal, and the more you squeeze it, the more those feelings intensify. That love intensifies, and that joy and peace. And the sun is slowly setting, and there's this warm, wonderful joy surrounding the pond. Just slow and easy and mellow. And the atmosphere is thick with this wonder. And as the fiery heat of the sun burns off, leaving this low, smoldering glow on everything, and And this big, thick, beautiful atmosphere of compassion surrounds you, surrounds the deer, surrounds everything. And you and the young fawn are at the center of it. The fawn is just pure love and joy, and you realize that you're both part of the same thing. In fact, both the same thing. You, the fawn, the forest, the mountains, and the sun are all one, all part of the harmonious, magical, natural world. And just as magically, you can hear the sounds of the didgeridoo filling the mountain air, and the vibrations of the didgeridoo begin to fill your body. And as you feel the vibrations of the didgeridoo, that love and connection with the fawn grows even deeper, even stronger. The didgeridoo carrying you deeper into this love. Sinks further down, and you hear a rustling in the woods nearby, and you look over in the dim twilight, and you see a doe there, the fawn's mother, and the fawn also looks over. The fawn walks towards you and just gently nuzzles its nose against your hand, and then silently, quickly and agilely, it hops off to its mother, and they run into the forest together. And you continue to walk around the pond as the darkness settles in. And although it's now night, it feels perfectly safe here. And you're still surrounded by the peace, the compassion, and love you felt with the fawn. There's an old log next to the pond that you can sit on. So you take a seat, and everything around you is perfectly peaceful, perfectly serene. As you breathe in this fresh air of the forest, your mind quiets down. So pay attention to the energy in your body, how it responds to the peacefulness of your surroundings. Again, let yourself drop into your body. Notice how the journey here has bathed your body and mind in peace, compassion, joy, and love. And experiencing this peace and love can transform your body, can transform how you move and feel. And you look up now at the night sky, the large yellow-orange moon, the stars, the Milky Way as a beautiful speckled sash across the sky, dancing through the universe, and you connect with all of it. Now you hear one universe. And now it's time to return to the tunnel and the old gnome woman waiting for you. In the darkness, you can see the door leading back to the tunnel. So you walk there, walk through the door, and you see Midgard there waiting for you. And she gives you a sweet, caring smile, and the two of you begin to walk back to the tunnel, to your safe space. And now as you walk through the tunnel, you have this sense of the tunnel going upwards, closer to the surface. And when you reach the door back to your safe space, just let yourself thank Midgard for guiding you on this journey. And she hugs you and gives you her blessing. And just now return to your seat in the safe place. And just take a moment, listen to the didgeridoos playing. And take this time, this opportunity, just to integrate what you felt on the journey. And all the different feelings, thoughts that may have come up, learnings that may have been gained. And just let yourself integrate that as you listen. Whenever each one, you'll be back in the room feeling great and fantastic. 5, just noticing the feeling of the clothes on your skin and still feeling that joy, that love, that peace. Knowing you can take that with you for the rest of the day ahead and the days ahead. And 4, noticing the chair beneath you or the floor beneath you, the people around you, and feeling a calm energy there, a calm, focused energy that gives you plenty of energy. 2, and coming back, just noticing more and more around you, your eyes eyes begin to flutter open. And 1, back to the room, eyes open, feeling great and fantastic in every way. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope everybody's feeling great.